Hello friends. I think I'm gonna go no glasses because that's just a lot of lights shining on my face. Coming to you from my new house. First you put out the things that look nice and you're like, great. And then you have the boxes and boxes of papers that you brought with you and you're like, why did I do this? And you don't unpack them. And also my new closet doesn't have a rack to hang clothes on, and my friend gave away all my hangers. So I got a little bit more work to do before I'm like unpacked. So no room tour yet. But what I did want to talk about today is some notes I wrote in my book about a month ago, and I thought I would turn them into a video before I forget entirely what I was trying to say. I'm just going to read these to you. Oh, this is one of those videos that's about like, nice things you should do, nice things to think about. I saw on the internet a video. Someone had a bearded dragon and they had like a little pot with clovers growing in it, and they put their dragon in the clovers and was like, I grew these clovers so that my pet could eat them. And he's so happy. If I had any kind of skills or cared, I would show you a picture of the lizard. And I saw that and I thought, wow, I wish I had a pet so that I could do lovely, adorable things just to make my pet happy for no reason, just like a nice thing to do with my time. And I was thinking that because at the time, and also now, I had so much free time and wanted just like a slightly more fulfilling way to use it. So I was like, wow, I need a pet because then I can spend all my time taking care of my pet and making my pet's life so good just because. And then I thought, I don't need a pet. I have friends and myself and strangers. And I could do nice things for any of those people. Oh, and wild animals I wrote here. I could also do nice things for wild animals, but are not my pets. Question mark. There's a question mark. Oh, and then I wrote, if I want to do something special to make someone's day, I don't have to look far. I was in a really good mood when I wrote this. I had just walked to the farmer's market and bought some cheap squash, and then I went to the park while waiting for my bus and sat under a tree and wrote about nice things in my notebook. So I was just really excited to go out there and do something nice for somebody. The main thing I wanted from seeing that video is to have the inspiration to make the conscious decision to do something nice for someone or myself, which I guess is fair. The last couple days I've been kind of just home all day, like unpacking and cleaning and stuff, and today I kind of ran out of things to unpack and I was just kind of doing my general old make some food, watch some TV, what should I do? Maybe I'll paint a picture. Something to give all that puttering just a tiny bit more meaning is how can I use my time today to make someone smile, someone happy? Like I could have made a card for my sister whose birthday is today. I didn't do that. This is a good format. I read something and then I talk to you about it. I wish it was 10 years ago this video would do so well. And as much as I love my friends, I don't often find myself doing much to brighten their day aside from sending them a funny tweet. I love to send my friends tweets. They're all like perfect, just catered for them. Most of them are daydream. I send very good tweets. If you do that, that's great. Thank you, past Carla. If not, I challenge you to go out of your way to do something special for someone. You know what this line of thinking reminds me of? Stargirl. I loved that book because I wanted to be Stargirl. I wanted to buy plants for strangers or whatever she did. I know she was like a high school child and I was a high school child, but I was like, when I'm an adult and I have like money and freedom, that's what I'll do. Turns out when you're an adult, you don't necessarily have either of those things. And then I wrote a list of some things that I could do, I think is what's coming up. It could be writing a nice message on the sidewalk with chalk. It is always nice. Some kind of cheesy, but when you see someone wrote like a smile on the sidewalk, and you're like, oh nice, someone wrote that for me. It could be making food and delivering some to your friend's door or inviting them over to share. I love to do that. In my new home, that's about a 2-hour trip for all of my friends, so I don't see a lot of spontaneous friend meals in my near future. But at our old place, we like to do that and be like, oh, we're making pancakes tonight, come over and have pancakes with us. It could be signing up to volunteer in your community. I sure did a lot of that this summer. It's partly a nice thing for other people, like helping administer programs or whatever, but it's also a nice thing to do for myself because it gives me something to do and somewhere to go. It could be going to a park and trying to make friends with the crows. There's a note, it says, without feeding wild animals. I dream of befriending a local group of crows and having them like bring me presents and recognize me. I don't know who is benefiting from that situation. I guess it's me and the crows if they like having a friend. So it's a purposeful thing to do with your time, at least. Oh, for example, we have an example here. The other day, my friend Kyle, that's Mia's boyfriend, was over, but he had to study. So Mia and I wrote up a menu of desserts and pretended to be a restaurant and made him an extra fancy bowl of ice cream. I had totally forgotten about that, so I'm glad I wrote it down. Yeah, Kyle came over and he was like, I'm so busy, I gotta study. He sat on the couch and I was like, hey Mia. Wrote out a menu of like, we named our restaurant and we were like, what do we have? We have ice cream. We can make cookies. We can do something else. And we like wrote out all the things we could possibly make with what we had at home. And then Mia like put on an apron, went up to him and was like, what do you want to order? And he was like, how about ice cream? And then we like made a fancy little ice cream. We like chopped up nuts for the side and like made a sauce for the side. He was mostly confused, I think, but we had fun, and it was putting extra effort in for somebody else. And then the one thing I thought about to talk about that I didn't write down is my old coworker Tony. He would always buy like a roll of Mentos or like a bag of ginger chews or something and just like bring them to work and give them to us throughout the day, which was very sweet. Like I never really thought about it. I was like, oh yeah, Tony just brings us snacks. But that's a very nice thing that he went out of his way to do all the time for us. And I miss him, but I'm so scared to go back into that store. I went into like a different location and I was so proud that I didn't cry because I miss working there. The one place I've applied at so far is like the exact same kind of place, and I was like, that sounds great, I want to work there. There was this trail kind of close to my old house where someone had taken a bunch of plastic dinosaurs and kind of placed them along the trail, and over the years people took them or they fell off and whatever. But now when you walk there are other dinosaurs there, so like other people have started putting plastic dinosaurs there because it's like the dinosaur trail now, which is adorable. Yeah, I wish I had like cutaway clips to make this a more fun, like beautiful video, but that's just me talking. I think comments would be very welcome. Let's talk about nice things and how much we loved the book Stargirl, and imagine if we read it now. Speaking of books from high school though, also this is my bed. I lost one of the metal pieces, the tiny metal pieces, while I was moving, and now I can't put it together, so I just sleep on the floor. Gone. So good. I found all of the books at our house in Mia's room when I was home, and I've just been rereading them all. That's all. I put on makeup at 5 p.m. so I could make a video. There was this trail kind of close to my old house. Shut up. There was this trail kind of close. Shut up! When you have an afterthought and you gotta put the lights back up so it don't look too different.